pyloric cecum, or digestive gland. You can't come up with your own anatomical parts. Well, I said part of it. I mean, there are names, and if you go to human anatomy, there are real names. I'm not saying there aren't other names for these things, but pyloric cecum or digestive gland. Are we all right with that? Each arm contains the same thing. So here I am lifting the pyloric cecum, right there. And these bubble-like structures, ampullae, which force water into what? Here are your tube feet. If you've gone to the beach and you've handled these things when they're alive, there are your tube feet, used for respiration, feeding, and movement from the notes, right? We can ask it on a practical. I'm not going to go to the notes to ask everything we said in lecture, but a couple of things like, what do tube feet do? I think that's reasonable. Gonads, this is not reproductive time, so the gonads have greatly shrunk, and so right there, do you see that? Hardly worth even showing. Gonads right there, gonads right here. Now, if I actually had a starfish and it was reproductive time, we could show you that much more abundantly, but very high and close to the central disc. All right, the water vascular system, a series of hydraulic canals that bring marine water into the animal under pressure and drive and move the tube feet, right? So do you remember how that goes? Madreporite goes to what canal? Stone canal, which goes to the, out to the radial canals. This is called the ambulacral ridge, according on your notes. Under the ambulacral ridge is the radial canal. From the radial canal, it goes out to the what? Lateral canal. From the lateral canal, it goes to the ampullae, which are right here. From the ampullae, it goes to what? To the tube feet. Are we all right with that? Okay? So let's take a look, shall we? There is the madreporite. Do you see it? Looks like a little eye spot almost. That's the madreporite. Associated with the madreporite is the stone canal. And these can be quite something to open up.
It didn't come off there too easily.
Oh, I know.
Mine's open up.
You've got one open?
Yeah.
Go for it.
He's bringing it.
It'll save us some time. Ah, how sweet it is. Nice. Pyloric cecum, correct, right there. Sometimes called a digestive gland, and I'm taking that out. Beautifully illustrated. There's your ring canal, people. Do you see it? Under there is the ring canal. Now, let's hope the stone canal is still attached. It may not be. Where is your madreporite? Is it around? I will take a quick look to see if it is attached.
This guy.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I still may have to go in here. Because I've got to show you the pyloric stomach. Remember,
I think I crushed it.
that's okay. We won't hurt you too badly on that. But at any rate, remember they evert the stomach. Once the bivalve mollusk is open, they evert that stomach. Let me show you the stomach. I can cut this as long as I'm careful not to sever too much, which is easy to do, as most of you when you... wait a minute, let's see. Beautiful. That, right here, you see me teasing it? That, how sweet it is, right there. That is the stomach. Do you see it? Sometimes called a pyloric stomach. And let's see if I can actually find the stone canal associated with that. I think that's it. By George. Well, no, that's gonad. Hang on. see what we can do here. That's the only way you can actually learn anatomy. People talk about, animal rights and all that, and I do believe in that, but the only way you can do it simulated on a computer screen. But if you're going into doctoring, I want to make sure you know something about actual anatomy. Right there. How cool is that? Right there. Boop. Let's make sure that is sweet. That is the stone canal. Madreporite stone canal attached to the ring canal, out to the radial canals, to the lateral canals, to the ampullae that move the what? Tube feet. What are the technical name for the tube feet? Podia. I could ask that on a practical. What's the technical name for the tube feet? Podia. Now look, right there. Go back to your notes. Calcareous endoskeleton. That's your calcareous endoskeleton. Those are your ossicles. And right now I'm playing the ossicles. At any rate, you see what we're talking about? That's the endoskeleton. Questions? Are we all right?
Would this be considered ossicles on the top as well?
These are, I would say they're part of it, but the true ossicles, these plates right in here. Although admittedly, looks like it's somewhat hardened, right? But those are the ossicles right there.